Hiya. I'm not sure if my mic's working. First time I've done this. Can you hear me okay? Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, this is our leg. Yep. Yeah, finally jumped in on it. Thank you. Is the mic level okay? Oh, thanks for coming, Jackie. We had storms last night, so it's been a bit of a struggle getting everything together and getting the Wi-Fi out here to the side of the lake. Not too loud? Yeah, that's our lake. I put the headphones on, but I think I don't need them unless somebody else is in here and I'm talking to somebody else on. That's good. That's good. Yeah, this is our lake. Yeah, yeah. Where you can see up at the tree line there, that's where they call it a shaman. It's like a bridle way that goes down. And we own the lake and the land around it. Yeah, it's that colour because there were storms last night, a lot of rain all day yesterday, and rain right through the night, and it brings silt down. It brings, sand in the water. The winds turn round to the west, so we'll probably get rain again tonight. Yeah, we're right in the middle of the country. I'm not sure how much the fish will do. Very often they jump. Um, but with this amount of water and sand in, I'm not sure whether they'll go down to the bottom or whether they'll come up or what they'll do, really. But I'm going to try and do this every Saturday, the weather permitting. But the weather should be getting better. Spring's starting to kick in here. It's starting getting a little bit greener. And I am just learning with this Streamyard, so please bear with me. Yeah, happy Easter to you, Sarah. You pronounce it Sarah or Sarah? Happy Easter, everybody. Yeah, because I've had friends who insisted that her name was Sarah, and then others that were called Sarah. All right. Yeah. I'm a kayak instructor. There's a kayak down at the bottom of the lake. Had some nice fish. We do want to get some bees here, and there are hives just into the forest on the other side. Yeah, I got my kayak instructor's certificate in Cyprus when I was in there. When I was there with the military. They do some kayaking down on the river. It's the River Vienne near us. This area is called Haute Vienne or High Vienne. Well, Sarah, the trees in the wood across, you probably recognise them. They're acacia. So the acacia honey, it's lovely. We do sometimes get hornets here, and I'm not keen on them. Hiya, Nick. Welcome. Thanks for coming. This is my first attempt at Streamyard streaming. And I managed to rig it up next to our lake because I think that's a lot more interesting than looking at me. I will go on camera at some point, different times, what have you. But I think the view of the lake's better. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Can you hear the birds? I'm not sure if you can pick up the background here. Oh, thank you. I did get some good instruction from Bert on Streamyard live streaming. Thanks, Jackie. I think it's Nick without the K. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was in the army as well, which is sort of why I got into it. I managed to go to some good places as well. Met some great people, did some fun things. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sarah. Thanks for coming, Jackie. I appreciate you visiting. Yeah, I was airborne as well. Which airborne unit was he with, Sarah? If you don't mind sharing it. Oh, thanks. (181st), right. I did a little thing with the 101st, the Screaming Eagles, down in Kentucky, Fort Campbell. What it is, Jackie, a lot of the oh, welcome, Georgie. What it is, Jackie, a lot of the units are designated numbers, so that you can recognize different units. So somebody will say, I was with the 101st. Hello, Ashes Antics, welcome. Yeah, I know you're very busy, Nick. Lego, hiya. Legalize, welcome, mate. Did you have storms in Belgium yesterday, mate? Oh, thanks, Nick. I sorted it out with Bert. I don't think this crosses with anybody else's. I was saying, did you have storms yesterday? We had massive storms all day yesterday and last night. I'm not sure how much being outside affects the mic. I'll have to try and find out how I can tell what level it's at. Now, we use Celsius here, so it's about 10 or 12. Wow, thanks, Sarah. Wow, you came home with 2 trees. Oh, cheers, mate. As you probably know, you can't really tell yourself whether the mic level's too quiet, too loud. I'm not sure if you can hear the birds, but it'd be good if you can enjoy them. Seeing as how we're in the middle of the countryside and that. Ooh, yeah, I think so. Okay. I might unpin this and hold it out. Next time I'll try and rig up the other mic. Well, thanks for coming, Jackie. Appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, have a happy Easter. Good. Thank you. I will be trying to do these every week at this time, weather permitting. If the weather's not so good, then I'll probably go on our balcony. Thank you. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks, Jackie. You take care. Yeah, it's always good to connect to each other. You're welcome here anytime, Jackie. Yeah, tranquille. The French say calm as well. One thing I'm going to have to figure out is blue jackets, wrenches. I'm pretty sure I can't do it from here. But I'll have to figure out how to do it in YouTube, and then I don't know, does it transfer onto here? Oh, thanks, Jackie. Right. Yeah, I'm using Streamyard now. Now then, I'm not sure how I can do that. So, Nick, can you tell me, spare a minute, and tell me how I can post a link on here? Maybe for, I can do the moderator thing on StreamYard. Yeah, I'm on my laptop. Yeah, I've got the camera out. Oh, open a different tab. Yeah. Yep. My channel. Got that? Wow. So, right. Hmm. Got it, I think. That should make Nick a moderator. That's arranged for Jackie, Sarah. Back to Streamyard. Yeah, yeah. You've got a wrench now. That's it. Yeah, thanks for coming, Sarah. See you again soon. Have a good Easter. You're very welcome. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you again soon. Oh. Yeah, gotta love it. Just let me know if you want me to move the camera around at all. See different parts. I'm actually digging out just over here to put a cabin in. A little log cabin. Yeah, that's the next thing I've got to learn. Heads. PM private chat. Rev Rats Rides, thanks for coming, buddy. Good to see you, mate. Happy Easter. Bear with me a sec. Just noticed that you didn't have a wrench Lego. I've just adjusted that. Just corrected that. Sorry about that, mate. I'll put it right now. You're very welcome, buddy. Oh, I'm looking forward to that, Lego. Yeah. Amazing art, mate. Amazing. Yeah, I hope you managed to get them parts that you were going for the other day. I hope that went well. If the ducks come or the kingfisher, then I'll move the camera around so you get to see them. Try and focus in. Yeah, that's an important thing, that, mate, isn't it? Yeah. YT crops them, don't they? It's too close. Excellent. Glad you got them, mate. Yeah, you take care, Jackie. Thanks for coming. I'll try and do this again next week. Well, they they can be dangerous hornets, yeah. But they tend to go quite slow, so I do tend to give them a bit of a slap. Mm. Yeah, Sarah was in before, and uh, I mean, she's much more of a bee expert than I am. But well, I say we. There are some hives over in the forest over there, a bit further up the road, the little road. There's about half a dozen hives there. The wood across the way, those are all acacia trees, and acacia honey is lovely. I should probably have put this in the description, but the basic idea that I wanted with this live stream on a Saturday, it's you guys morning, isn't it? That you could chill at the lake, at our lake, with your morning coffee. Come here and relax. Right. Mm-hmm. 9:38. Well, it's 14:38 here. And of course, tomorrow, well, for you guys, you've already put your clocks forward. In France here, we're putting them forward tomorrow. Thanks, mate. You're always welcome to visit. Yeah, we spring forward tomorrow. I'll have to have a look at that for timings for when I start the next Saturday. Well, take care, buddy. Would you like a little panorama of the lake? Shall I move it around a little bit? What's for dinner tonight? Well, usually we have, it's not a religious thing. We order fish on a Friday, but with the storms, we couldn't get across the dam. I'll swing it around and show you the dam later. So we went and collected it today. So it's, oh my, I'm trying to think what kind of fish we got. I know I've got some whelks. He managed to, he gets seafood as well. And this week it was whelks. Turbot, that's it. We're not quite at cooking outside yet. In summer, I like to try and cook everything outside. Well, $319 French chicken. You'll have to tell us that story, mate. But Nick, I'd always welcome any recipes from you. We've got a fantastic butcher's in the local village, and we've got some pork fillet steak, some veal chops, fresh liver to have tomorrow. Because this area, the French now call it Nouvelle Aquitaine, but this particular area used to be called the Limousin. And Nick, I'm sure you've heard of Limousin beef. The cows here are huge, big orange beasts, but it's lovely Limousin beef. Apologies to any vegetarians. But I'm still a good old carnivore. Well, it's really strange. I've always fished all my life. Started fishing with my granddad when I was about 4. But I don't fish much here. We've got some lovely carp, and I have fished. I have caught them here, but it's sort of, well, they're not going anywhere. They're becoming more like pets. Wow. Do you fish, Nick? I know you're really busy. You probably don't get time now. Right. If you want to, then you should. You must stay. Thanks for watching, Eds. No problem, mate. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they all mean, but you'll have to explain to me sometime what all this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, please do. Please do, Lego. Now then, here's a visitor. That's my daughter, Alex. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, I've got a Dutch oven here. Actually, my daughter, Lego, that's my daughter, Alex. Yeah, I was saying, Nick, I've got a Dutch oven here. One of the hardest things I find when I'm in a chat is doing the typing and following it. When I'm doing videos of different parts of here, and an area down at the bottom of the lake, down the far end of the lake, that's where Alex is going to have a cabin. And we always call it Alex's stream that's coming in down there. Wow, it's going to be 30. Of course, be my guest. Please do, Rev. In fact, I'll promote as well. What I'll say, yeah, there you go. Hiya, Sarah. Right. First of all, I'd like to say that live of Revs is one that I'd like to get to, but it's in the middle of my night. So can you all go instead of me? Right. First of all, I'll just answer Nick. Off-grid training. Let me know anything that you want to know, and if I know it, then if I can help out at all, then of course I will. So Alex, my daughter's giving me instructions to swing the camera around to show down the lake. So down there, this is where one cabin's going. And down the bottom there, that's where Alex's stream comes in. And that's where her cabin's going. If I move it around, I don't want to shine it straight into the sun. That's over towards the gate. Yeah, it is, mate. You're always welcome to visit. Yeah, there's a lot more blue sky than there was yesterday. We had storms yesterday. You're right, Matthew. That wind's getting up a little bit. And it's coming from the west, so that usually brings rain. Alex is on.
Oh, is she on?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah. And lots of other people.
All right.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, just tell us hi.
No, the water isn't always this colour. We had storms and lots of rain yesterday, and it's brought a lot of silt down. So that's sand and silt in the water. Alex says, "Hiya, Mama."
I know. I said to her, say hiya.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to talk for a bit?
No.
No? Okay. Right. I'm just gonna go away for a couple of minutes. Bathroom break. Nick says, "I am Mrs. Homestead."
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Matthew, yeah, I'm a kayak instructor, and this lake is ideal for it because it's inches down at one end and up to about 4 meters at the end you're looking at now. So you can literally stand up in it, do all kinds of launches. I've actually got a kayak down at the bottom end. I'll maybe have to fix that up a bit more. I think it needs a new skirt. And then maybe I'll do a live from the kayak in summer. That'll be an adventure. One video that I'd like to get is we have some wild ducks, mallards that visit, and it's great to see them land on lake and take off. We do have some bad visitors, cormorants and heron. I don't mind if they just eat little fish, but both of them tend to spike the big ones, which not good. But the kingfisher is lovely when we see that. Yeah, in the north of England, where I've come across that, Nick, is in the north of England, you do get a lot of tannin into the water, but that's mainly from the peat. So I suppose if you've got lots of trees around water and the leaves drop and settle, they become peat, and that might leach tannins into water. Again, tannins, you get more tannins from different trees, and we do have oaks here, oak trees, and oak is has a lot of tannin in it, and of course that's good and bad for different things, but it does make it bitter. But at different times you'll see the different colours of the lake here. With all the rain that we've had, it's washed all this silt in, so hence it's a sandy colour. Sometimes we actually get this colour from sand that's blown up from the Sahara. Goes all over the car and into the lake. Mm. Well, that was my idea. That was my original idea with this, Nick. That it's around breakfast time for a lot of you guys in America, so you can relax with your morning coffee at the side of the lake here. Little interesting fact about tannins and survival, Nick. If you get an upset tummy when you're in a survival situation, you can actually use the bark of an oak tree, boil it and make tea with it, and that'll settle your stomach down. Hopefully you'll never need to use it, but if you did, it's a handy thing. Yeah, it's the tannin that settles your tummy. Yeah, it's true, mate. Part of what I did with the military was survival training. I was a survival instructor. Oh, it doesn't need to be the bark, mate. You can use acorns, but not too many. Make sure it's not too strong. That's one thing that I keep meaning to try here, Nick. You can make flour from acorns, but you do need to wash the tannin out of it. But I think it'll be an interesting experiment. The big tree on the right of the screen there, that's one of our walnut trees. Hiya, Fur Breaks. Thanks for coming, mate. Cheers, buddy. That's our lake. So you can grab a coffee and sit and relax at the side of it with us. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit more on that, Nick. I've done a little bit of 2 events that I did. One was a 42-day and the other was 21 days surviving off the land. So I just went out on the land here and just lived off what I could catch. Lots and lots of jobs to be done this year out on the land and that homestead type jobs. But I would like to get out and do a bit more training as well, a bit more survival training. If I get chance on the land, if I get time. What type of water to drink? Okay. A good phrase that a mate of mine said is lots of bubbles, no tummy troubles. So you've got to boil it. But one of the things is filtering it. If it's spring water, yeah. I'm going to show you the bottle that I use. I'll stick this in front of the camera. There you go. That's a water to go one. Yeah, never static water. What you're better doing is digging a hole at the side of the water and then the ground filters it. Yeah, campfire ash is one really good filter. And of course the carbon in it, that helps to filter stuff. This company Water to Go, I use their bottles. That filters down to, what do they call it, virus level. But if you don't have a proper water filter, like on this bottle, then you should always boil it. Take it from as far upstream as you can. Then there's less stuff likely to get into it. In a survival situation, they talk about a rule of threes, which is 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without protection, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. That's for survival. I'll maybe do a video on that, Nick. What you do is if you can find, say, a lemonade bottle or something like that, you can cut the bottom off it and use different things like the ash. Or the name on the bottle, the company is Water to Go. I'll put it up on there again. Yeah, 2 things you can do on that, Rev. Nick, I'll send you the contact details for these, and I'm sure I've got a thing for a discount. Yeah, 2 things you can do on that, Rev. One of the things that they do on desert stuff is a little hole and a plastic cover over the top. Put a stone in the middle, and the sun brings the water out of the ground. Excuse me. Brings the water out of the ground, and then runs down the plastic and then drips into a can that you put underneath it. Yeah, I can set that up. The other thing is you can, if you've got a plastic bag, you can just put it around a branch, and it takes some of the moisture out of the plant. You know, because plants will breathe out some moisture. Now the weather's getting better, I'll be able to do more outside videos and do survival type videos when I get time. Because one of the things is there's been lots of rain and now there's some sun, so everything grows like mad here. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I'll bang an email over with some of the details and that. Yeah. I know you're all busy people, so you know, feel free to come and go. Yeah, thanks for coming, Ed. We'll see you soon. Yeah, yeah. Take care. I'll see you soon. Yeah, well, our first cabin here, Nick, is actually sitting at the gate at the moment. I'm digging out. I'll turn this round again and show you where I'm digging it out. So that's where I'm digging into the bank in there, into the hillside a little bit, because that'll be the view. And Alex will be able to stay in it when she comes. But the cabin's been delivered. I've just got to dig out and then put the concrete base in. Again, I'm going to get all that on video, all the main stages of it. I'm not saying it'll be a good guideline, Nick, but you'll probably see some of the mistakes that I make. Yeah, take care, mate. Thanks for coming. Yeah, you too, mate. Looking forward to seeing that one tomorrow, Sunday. Yeah, we do appreciate it, Nick. And it's one of the reasons I like to share it with people. Sometimes. It is quite peaceful there. Turn it back round so that you can see the pine trees at the front. There you go. I'm not sure, Nick. One of the things is, as I say, I'm digging out there, and there are some huge rocks. I don't know if I'll be able to see it with this, but I'll give it a shot. There's a couple of rocks that I've taken out of there, and there's that one that's still in. So I've got to dig that out, dig a few ton of soil out of there. Then I've got to do the concrete base. We bought the cabin and that's been delivered. I think it'll only take a couple of days to actually put the cabin up. Yeah, it's going to take some shifting, mate. I'm very tempted to move the cabin a metre this way and leave it where it is. I'm going to dig around it and see just how big it is. If it's too big for me to shift, then maybe move the cabin a metre this way. I've learned the hard way that you can't beat nature. You just got to work with it. If that rock's just too big, then it's going to stay where it is. Well, I was hoping with the sun that the fish might jump a bit more. If they start jumping, I'll zoom in where they are. Say again? Yeah, the place where Anne feeds them. Hiya, Mariah. How are you? the place where Anne feeds them, they didn't even, not many of them came up for their, well, she's saying 3. Only 3 came up. Normally it's about 20 that come up with, she feeds them dog biscuits. They're supposed, I keep telling her they're supposed to be wild caught, but they're more like pets. And it's probably more our morning where the squirrels will cut round, but they can come round any time of day. I'll certainly zoom in if I see any of them running round. We get deer come down the bottom end, raw deer. They're very shy. Yeah, that big tree on the right hand side, I think it's on the, you'll see it on the right hand side of the screen. That's our walnut tree, or one of with 2 walnut trees, but that's the main one. We'll maybe do a collaboration, Nick, and you can do some really good recipes and useful where to use the walnuts. What recipes to use the walnuts in? Ah, yeah. Well, yeah, there's the saltberries, but survival situation, it's usually the kind of lye salt that you'd probably make with the wood ash and fat. Mix that together. There is a kind of lichen that's a disinfectant. I'm pretty sure it's more autumn when there's lots of that around, but I'll find out. Again, I'll make a note of that, and I'll send you the details of that, Nick. And of course, with pine trees, you get the pine resin. It's not really a soap, but it's a good disinfectant. I don't know how long you'd be able to live on it, or how much it'd supplement your diet, but just in one of the inner barks of pine trees, you can actually eat that. Cambion layer. Yeah, Anne's just reminded me, Nick. We get lots of pine pollen here, and I keep saying we should collect it up. It's very nutritious. Oh yeah, yeah. Pine needle tea is great. Yeah, this one I'll zoom in on it, Nick. Yeah, that's one of our walnut trees. It's one of the last trees to sort of get leaves on, and that. But that, I think you guys call them black walnuts. I mean, they're green here, but I think they're referred to as black walnuts. Yeah, Rev's right. There's lots of vitamin C in it. So if you make pine needle tea, don't bring it right to the boil, because that destroys the vitamin C. Again, be careful that it's pine, and try different sorts, because some of it tastes a bit like disinfectant, but some of it's really nice. You know, the different kinds of pine. There's a whole range of them. Yeah, yeah, the walnuts are nice. There's a little walnut one, just at the side of the pine trees near the gate. I'll try and zoom in on that. Ah, right. Nick, you were saying about ice cream. Oh, now what is it now? There's a chestnut tree. You can't exactly see it. Oh yeah, I'll zoom in on that. It's not got leaves on yet. It's through there. That one through there. And those chestnuts are massive. I'm trying to think what the French call it. There's an ice cream. Marron. Yeah, the French for chestnut is marron, and they call it marron glacé. Those are the big chestnuts. We've got a little chestnut right round on this side. But the chestnuts on that are smaller but sweeter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll swing it back around the ways. Fruit trees. Oh, okay. I've planted an apple and a pear, but they're tiny. There is one apple tree left from when we bought the place. I'll zoom in on that. Yeah. Right through the back there. Right. Anne's just informed me that they're between a Granny Smith and a Golden Delicious. But we should plant more. Yeah. Well, Nick says that'll make a great fruit pie. The apples.
Oh,
Yeah. The other thing that we've got along there is blackberries. Yeah, a cousin of mine came and stayed with us for a couple of weeks, and she made a Bramley and apple pie. No, blackberry and apple pie. Mm. Blackberry jam, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Nick. She'll make blackberry jam. Maybe this year. I'm just looking on the screen here. But let me know if you see any squirrels or anything like that. You made some last summer. Excellent. Nick made some blackberry jam. Mm. Maybe a video on that then, Nick. Yeah. Another thing I did last year, it wasn't from our apples, but I made apple cider vinegar. I didn't have the same equipment I've got now. I'm just reading this. Strawberry blueberry pie. Wow. But that's nice. Now, the local village here, Tous, well, the, our place comes under a village called St Paul, but we're actually closer to Tous, and they have a strawberry festival. Yeah, around about the 4th of May, 4th and 5th of May. Dickens side, I'm sure I've heard of that. I'm sure I've heard of that, mate. This region here, it's more a cider region than wine. We're about level with Bordeaux, and they do have some nice wines to the west of us, but this area is supposed to be more of a cider area. Hopefully next Saturday morning the weather will be nice and the water will be clearer and you'll see more of the fish. In the UK, they have lots of flavoured ciders, but I don't know. I like the taste of cider. One of your fish there, and one of your fish just up there. Yeah, I need to get on with it. Alex is coming to visit in June. Yeah. So the cabin's got to be up by then. Got to be all up and good to go. Can you get me a pod? Battery savers on, and this has run out. Yeah. Yeah. I've got a deadline. Yeah, very soon. Yeah. My daughter's 4'10" with curly red hair, and she's fierce. That cabin must be up for her coming. Wow. Yeah, we can keep pushing each other then, mate. How you doing with that? How you doing with that? Yeah. It's a good motivator, a deadline, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we've got some Scottish, well, and Irish ancestry, Nick, and I'm sure that's where the ginger comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got them parts. That sounded like a good one. I'm glad that worked out for you, mate. It'd be great to see this project. Just doing a bit of outside technology work. The laptop needed recharging or needed boosting. So we've got these Arclon pods. They're battery banks. So Anne's just brought me a battery bank. Because we're off grid. Wow, those are good roots, Nick. Nigerian Irish. I bet a lot of people. Wow. Yeah, I think I remember you saying about the French connection, Nick. But Nigerian Irish, he'll be a good fighter. A lot of people won't want to cross him. Yeah, okay, mate. No worries. That surprise will be even better when you can. Well, that sounds like some good stock there, mate. That's it, mate. Keep us all on pins. So she was French, was she, Nick? Your grandmother? Wow. Excellent. Only had little hints of Creole cooking, but what I have seen and tasted has been delicious, gorgeous. Okay. Wow. I studied at the University of Bologna on an exchange deal. I went to uni as a mature student to do psychology, to learn psychology, and uh, a mate of mine in the military was Italian, and he spoke English, but I didn't speak any Italian. Um, so, as an elective, I learned Italian at uni, and so I got a chance to go on the Erasmus exchange deal and study at the University of Bologna. Nick, you would have loved it there at Bologna. I mean, apart from the bolognese sauce, and that we were just up the road from Parma. So, you know, proper Parma ham, Parmesan cheese, and of course the bolognese sauce. A lass from the university taught Alex and Anne how to make proper bolognese sauce. And of course, we were spoilt for the pizza. Um, Absolutely brilliant pizzas there. My wife Anne's of Italian extraction. It's a good few generations back, but that's an excellent story, mate. That's brilliant. Yeah, in France and Italy, they've good food culture. There's some in England. I mean, I'm a Lancashire lad, and you know, traditional Lancashire hot pot is a thing. A full English breakfast, but it's not the same cultural aspect. Certainly not now. It's not the same food culture as in France or Italy. Here and in Italy, they still have they take the time over food. You know, an evening meal can last 4 hours. That was one of the carp just jumping down the lake. I didn't see exactly where, but if it moves up, I'll get it on camera. That's the local flying club, just flying over. They only come when the weather's nice. It's actually a ladies' flying club out of Limoges. Ladies only. Not sure why, but it is. Thanks for joining me today. First adventure on Streamyard. I'll have to do my homework and see how I can do different things. Invite people up as guests. Let me know if you'd like to join me here. If you'd like to come up as a guest on the Saturday live stream, I'm going to try and do this same time, same day, same place. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day. I know you're all busy, but hopefully this is a place that you can come and chill. Hope you enjoy it and relax. I've managed over the 2 hours that I was aiming for, which is great. It's been great chatting. I've learned some stuff. I hope people who've visited have enjoyed. I'm going to close it down in a couple of minutes. I'm going to start making tea, evening meal. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Nick. I've enjoyed your company. I'll try and make it to more of your lives. I'll get off in a couple of minutes and help Anne to make that turbot. Thanks again for your company. Have a good Easter. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.